Hi there, this is Carolyn Southwell from Human Design Basics, and this is the Inner Authority series. So instead of a series of blog posts, this time I'm doing a series of videos because that's what feels good this week, and I'm following my creative flow. Hopefully that gives you permission to do the same. Now, I want to look at the first and most common inner authority. So we're going to look at the emotional authority, or the emotional solar plexus. Now, if you have, let me share this picture with you. If you have the emotional center, so look at my scribbles and you can see that there is a triangle on the right-hand side down the bottom that is brown. If on your chart that triangle is brown rather than white, then you have emotional inner authority. Now, if this could be true if you are any type other than a reflector. You can't have emotional authority as a reflector, but you can possibly for any of the other types. Now, if you are an emotional authority person, you're in good company. You have about 50% of the planet with you. And you are not designed to make quick decisions. You are designed to sleep on your decisions for a few days. For a lot of people, it's 3 or 4 days. It does depend a little bit on the individual circuitry of your chart. But a good rule of thumb is whenever you have an opportunity arise in alignment with your strategy, then, and hopefully you've read through the strategy posts for your type to know how these pair together. When you have an opportunity that you're trying to make a decision on, if you have an emotional authority, then a really good rule of thumb is to make sure that you have all of the information and then go and sleep on it for a few days. It might be 2, 3, 4 days. It might be longer. It's quite possibly longer if it's a really big decision. Now, you don't need to wait 3 or 4 days to decide whether or not you're going to have a cup of tea, or probably if you're going to go grocery shopping today. But you do need to wait 3 or 4 days if you're going to do anything that requires any significant level of commitment from you. Is it going to take time, money, energy, attention? Is it an opportunity to enter a new relationship with a person? A new intimate or romantic relationship? Is it a decision to end an intimate relationship? Is it a decision to end a job or start a new job? End a business or start a new business? Go into business with a new person? Anything that would take any kind of significant or sizable chunk of your time, money, energy, or attention, it is worth practicing, if you're not already, taking 3 to 4 days or whatever feels true for you, and you get better with practice. You'll get better at knowing how much time you need by practicing it. So with everything in human design, you don't take my or any other human design expert's word for it. What you do is you take the idea and you experiment. You play with it in your own life and you see for yourself what it feels like when you follow and honor what your chart says about you. Now, over those 3 to 4 days, you're not thinking about it necessarily on a conscious level. You're not writing a pros and cons list. You're not thinking about all of the positives and all the negatives, all the benefits, all the drawbacks. You're not doing any of that. All you're doing is you're making sure that you have all the information, and then you're just sitting with it for a few days. Now, some of you, if you're projectors, you might need to talk about some other people with other people. If you're a manifestor, you're probably not going to talk to anybody at all. You're just going to sit with it on your own. And the important thing is to make sure that as you sit with that idea for 3 to 4 days, that you don't have this experience of high energy days of going, oh yeah, this sounds great. And then on low energy days going, no, I don't want to do this. Yeah, it sounds great. No, I don't want to do this. Because if you have this experience, depending on your own individual emotional wave, if you have this experience of going no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, then you're going to be on an emotional roller coaster the whole time you play out that commitment. I know what that feels like because I'm an emotional authority projector, and it's not fun. So what I've noticed through my own experience is that I make sure when I have received an invitation because I'm a projector and that's my strategy. And I notice whether or not my first feeling is whether it's likely to be a yes or likely to be a no. And I just notice that for myself. And what I do is I make sure I have all the information. What do I need to know in order to be able to make an informed decision? And then I make sure that I communicate to that person, I'll need to sleep on it for a few days. And if they are also in that 50% of the population that are designed to make decisions over a few days, they'll be like, yeah, of course, go think about it, go sleep on it. They'll understand what that feels like. Now, if they're a person who is designed to make a decision another way, like far more quickly, they might not quite understand. And then your job is to just go, well, look, this is just how I make my best decisions, and I need 3 or 4 days. And if they really value you, if they really want you to, they really feel like you're the best person for that opportunity, then even if they don't quite understand, they're going to honor the fact that that's what you're saying you need. So if you have, up to this point, been conditioned, been taught by parents, probably, or older siblings, that you should make a decision any other way than giving yourself a few days to sleep on it and to mull it over and to think about it, as we like to say, then I want to encourage you to play with giving yourself some time. Because if you rush into things, if you make snap decisions, it is very likely that you are not going to be making the best decision for you. So if it's the right decision, you'll know, because at the end of those 3 or 4 days, or whatever your period of time is, if it's a yes, it will have felt like a yes on a low day, a yes on a high day, a yes on a low day, a yes on a high day. And when you get to an emotional, some people call it an emotional still point or clarity. For me, when I've had that time, I just have an inner sense of knowing. I have a feeling or a knowing, or I just hear, it depends on your intuitive channels, but it just feels like it's supposed to be a yes. It just feels like it is a yes, or that it's a no. But I'm really clear on that. It feels really calm and neutral and balanced. And even though I might be excited about the possibilities, if it's a yes, there is still this like calm, grounded knowing. It's got to feel grounded. So that's what you're looking for. Now, I could spend an hour talking about it, but that's enough for you to go and play with it. And it's only through your personal experience of playing with it that you will start to know what this feels like. Just checking my list to see that I've talked about everything. Feels right, yes, no, and an example. So I think we've done all that. So the next video is going to be about sacral authority. If you do have any questions about being an emotional authority person, or anything that I've said in this video that wasn't clear, any questions that arise as a result, then please make sure that you comment underneath the video. And remember, strategy and inner authority are best buddies. So if you are a manifester and you're here to make your ideas happen, and you're also an emotional authority, then you're going to have an idea and you're going to wait to see if it's correct for you to initiate. If you are a generator or manifesting generator, then you need to, your strategy says to respond. So you're going to make sure that an opportunity has come to you, and then you're going to wait your 3 to 4 days, or however long you need to have clarity, and then you're going to make your decision, or share your decision that you've come to realize is true for you. And if you're a projector, then it's only when you receive invitations that you then are going to wait 3 to 4 days to see if it's true for you. So your inner authority and your strategy go together. You can't be a generator, manifesting generator, or projector and decide that you're going to have an idea and then wait 3 to 4 days to see if you're supposed to make it happen, because you're not here to make things happen. So strategy and inner authority are best buddies and go together. And if you have any questions on that, please let me know.